Hello everyone, this is the daily devotional video for September 30th, 2017. Our passage for today is in the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and we're reading verses 14 through 30. For the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling to a far country who called his own servants and delivered his goods to them. And to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability. And immediately he went on a journey. Then he who had received the 5 talents went and traded with them and made another 5 talents. And likewise he who had received 2 gained 2 more also. But he who had received 1 went and dug in the ground and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants came and settled accounts with them. So he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents, saying, Lord, you delivered to me 5 talents. Look, I have gained 5 more talents besides them. His Lord said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. He also who had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, you delivered to me 2 talents. Look, I have gained 2 more talents besides them. His Lord said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Then he who had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. And I was afraid and went and hid your talent in the ground. Look, there you have what is yours. But his Lord answered and said to him, You wicked and lazy servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Therefore you ought to have deposited my money with the bankers, and at my coming I would have received back my own with interest. Therefore take the talent from him and give it to him who has 10 talents. For to everyone who has, more will be given, and he will have abundance. But from him who does not have, even what he has will be taken away. And cast the unprofitable servant into the outer darkness. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. The title for today's devotional is Accountable to the Lord. In the parable of the talents, which is what we just read, the master gave 3 servants an assignment to carry out in his absence, along with the resources to accomplish it. Upon his return, he asked for an accounting of what they'd done. From this parable, we can deduce several principles about the Christian life. First, God has chosen us to be his servants. Second, he has prepared work for us to do, and he supplies the assets and abilities we'll need to achieve it. Some of his work is applicable to all believers, such as loving him through service, showing love to others, and making disciples. Other aspects are specific to the individual, utilizing each one's unique talents and skills. Finally, the Lord blesses all who obey him. Pleased by the obedience of the first 2 servants, the master in the parable recompensed them accordingly. We too are promised a heavenly reward for our faithful service. Being a good steward of what God has entrusted to us is a serious matter. He wants us to invest in his kingdom plan rather than overcommitting time to earthly matters or overspending on the pursuit of pleasure. You might wonder about the third servant, who did nothing with his talent and was cast out of his master's presence. This cannot happen to believers. We are permanently adopted into God's family, but the Lord will hold us accountable. Through Jesus Christ, we have everything we need for life and godliness, reference to 2 Peter 1:3. With His help, we can move past our self-centered ways to carry out God's plan. Do you long to obey the Lord above all else? Are you prepared to stand before Him and give account for your life? Wow. When God gives you something to do, He's going to give you what you need to do it. He's not going to say, okay, I want you to do this, but you're on your own as to how you're going to do it. God will always give you, if He calls you to do something, He will give you what you need to achieve it through Him and through His strength. And we have to be so careful not to squander our time, our talents, our gifts, our money. We have to be so careful to be accountable to God for what we do with what He gives us and how we use what He gives us to further His kingdom. I love you guys so much. Have a blessed day, and I hope to see you back here again tomorrow.